we opened up the allotments and we were geared up for a lovely summer. We grew. It's all different people from different areas and different ways, and they bring their children with them and the mothers and their uncles and the brothers, and they all chip in. They all do the bit.
Paul and Paula, they cut all the weeds down, and they had the tractor come onto the site that cut the weeds down to ground level. I came to a meeting in November saying who wants a plot, and then from there, basically for the first 6 months we were digging over the whole plot. So we had to dig, about 150 big bags of bracken and stone, bottles, a bed. Tons of plastic bottles were obviously they've been using it as a rubbish site for a number of months.
Everyone's very generous with the knowledge and time and equipment, and passing on, swapping plants, surplus things, and something of a social life together now, which we never quite expected. Not that we were devoid of friends previously, but it's just a new thing.
New set of friends with the same ideas as us. We had a couple of barbecues down here last year. They were absolutely brilliant. Everybody got involved and made food and brought food, and
it's like a lottery win. It's the biggest lottery win you could ever give to somebody. I mean, it's not cost us anything, but it's given us so much back.
If they get the chance, they want to get one as quick as they can. Really, really. I mean, we were so lucky. We only waited about 18 months, and we were one of the first ones on with Frank. We've just loved it ever since. We don't find it a chore whatsoever, do we? No. We can't wait to get down and get started, yeah. And we had lots of food for the winter as well, that we'd grown and kept. We had too many sprouts, mind.
Which most people do.
But we've had no what they call hungry gap at all this year. It's been really good, yeah.
The West Lancs Allotments Federation started in April in 2010, and the idea is for us to bring all of the allotments in West Lancashire together under one roof so that we can help them to look after their plots and ensure that no one steals them away and builds on them. We actually would like more allotments, but unfortunately the local council is finding it very difficult to provide ground to do this on. And it's a shame really, because the waiting lists are extremely long, very long.
What I call the social therapeutic side of gardening is known and documented, but I think it needs to be recognised by more people who have the power to make rules, create space for growing, and that sort of thing. And if we got that recognition from government, district councils, local councils, parish councils, then we would be able to begin to meet the challenge of huge waiting lists, because nationally today there are thousands of people on waiting lists, but unfortunately they sometimes have to wait 5-10 years before they get a plot. That's detrimental to people's choices to do things, but also detrimental to their health, because they're not getting out in the fresh air, doing activities, and whilst they're doing activities keeping themselves fit, they're also producing fresh and healthy food, and we need more people to do that.
I spend 14 to 16 hours a week up here, and you're digging, you're spading, and doing various things, and you're active all the time. You're using a lot of muscles. Just look over the view, it's just absolutely fantastic, and it's my second home.
Well, the allotment has helped me tremendously in my health. I know that, if I can remember rightly, it was just over 20 years ago that I had a heart attack, and about 11 years ago when I had a heart bypass. and of course part of the regime was continuous exercise. Well, there's nothing so boring than running around the district. You see a lot of people doing, so they're digging an allotment and raking and coming every day and spending a couple of hours is a really beneficial thing to do. I would advise anybody to do it.
The allotments, how I see it, has influenced my health, because without it, I don't really think I'd be here today. I've suffered from depression all my life, didn't always recognise it, but had episodes of deep depression, tried to work through them, and out of that, the garden's the most thing that's always brought me round, being in touch with the seasons and seeing things grow, rather than going on to drugs and medicines like that. I think this is what really helps you to get back to you again. You know, it really does. I've needed something like this. You know, I've got the garden, but it's only so much, you know, you can grow in a garden. But that doesn't get you out of your comfort zone, a garden. It doesn't get you back into society again, because you can, you know, it's easy, isn't it, in your own home. But then if you've got an allotment, you've got to go over the doorstep and you've got to interact a certain amount to get what you want. You know, so that is a stepping stone to getting you into the community and society, you know. So that I feel that really that is more of a medicine than any prescribed drug you could possibly give to somebody, you know. The depression is lifted because you feel so much better about you, you know. You're getting hungry, you're starting to eat more, and this is a healing process in itself, you know. So I think that I'd be lost without the allotment.
I was diagnosed with clinical depression last year, and I'm still under the doctor for it. I'm obviously a lot better, but coming down here really helped me. The therapy of the digging, weeding, actually putting in the plants and watching them grow, but I think it was the digging more than anything that helped me, the physical action of work. So yeah.
And also time seems to evaporate when you're down here. You come down for an hour and 3 or 4 hours later you realise it's time.
Yeah. The fact that you're eating food that is so fresh, that's got to be good for you. There's nothing sprayed on it. We can't say it's organic because I don't think the ground's organic, but it's as organic as we can get it.
You don't think that in your lifetime, even if it lasts a short time, you leave a legacy behind. And if that's all that we can do in our lifetime, then that's fine. You know, that's what we've done. And it's a lot. Because when you've got no riches and anything like that, you know, there isn't much you can do in society. And when you see the people that are well off and they don't give back, you don't think that's ever going to be within your power. But it is. Sometimes you've just got to go and try, you know.
It brings out the best in behaviour and everything. It is a good quality thing to do. They wash them wherever they pick, and then they'll eat it over there. And they're trying food that they've never tried before. And then at the end of the term, we made a big soup with all the crops, and they loved doing that. So they saw something from what they've grown.
Gardening club is a group of people that get together to plant fruit and vegetables.
Sometimes you sort of walk around the beds and say, okay, show and tell. When this is all up and showing, you know, we'll walk out, we'll go round the set of beds and say, right, what's that, what's that, what's that, and you've got 15 or so beds. And that's good, isn't it, just to be able to say, it's a carrot. You know, if it is a carrot rather than a tomato. So it's a mixture.
You get to taste all of the fruit that we grow, and everything we grow can go into assembly and people can buy it.
I just think even the quietest child comes out of themselves when they're doing the garden. And you have children coming every day wanting to do jobs in the garden and walk over during playtimes and times. They just become part of a club, really.
I like planting seeds and helping the environment. My favourite fruit is apple and my favourite vegetable is broccoli.
And it's funded originally by PCT, so their agenda is health. And it's not just health by what you eat, it's health by what you do. So that's sometimes cooperative activity, and that extends to young children as well. So, you know, some real good health aims clearly in here, and several of them we've got good hard evidence to say that we've achieved that. Some of it, you know, it's harder to measure, but you know, there's no question we've got the evidence to say this has been really worthwhile. And delighted that the LSP, the local strategic partnership around here, has seen that evidence and has decided to fund another 7 schools. So we're just about to get on with starting the scheme, putting raised beds and starting it up in another 7 schools.
Yes, it's a good family atmosphere, and what we need to do is to develop it so that we all get together more often.